14 years after X-Men hit theaters, we have a new chapter bringing together the original trilogy and the reboot that began in 2011. In X-Men Days of Future Past, Wolverine straddles two time zones after Professor X sends him back in time to recruit help from his younger self.
I was sent here for you.
Well, tell whoever it was that sent you that I'm busy.
It's going to be a little tricky, because the person who sent me was you.
What?
About 50 years from now.
50 years from now? Like in the future 50 years from now?
Yeah.
I sent you from the future?
Yeah. If you had your powers, you'd know I was telling the truth.
How do you know I don't have none? All right, you've piqued my interest. What do you want?
Yeah, they have piqued our interest. James McAvoy and Patrick Stewart are here with us again this morning. Good to have you both back. And I know when people are watching that, they're going, what? Wait, huh?
We're the same guy.
We are.
I look
Doesn't
at that.
it show?
Yeah, no, it does show.
And by the way, have you ever been called a reboot before?
Only when I've paid people to call me it on the second Wednesday of every month.
That's what you are, apparently.
But when you look at the two of you guys, and this is what great when the cast was here, it's just the camaraderie that you have that comes through on the screen as well. You cut your hair because you thought that as a younger Professor X, you needed to look more like.
Well, I turned up for the first day of X-Men First Class, which was, 3 years ago, and I had shaved my head thinking, well, I want to check out what it looks like a month before we start shooting, and I was quite happy with it. And then we got there and they said, no, we want you to have long hair. So my hair was about this long at the time, and I spent 15 hours getting hair extensions put in. And then for this movie, Days of Future Past, I spent 18 hours in a straight run having hair extensions put in.
18 hours?
I'm all about the hair extensions.
Are there any photographs of how you looked when it was all shut?
You saw me, it was down to my bum, remember?
Oh, I saw that, but when it was cut really short. You didn't actually shave your head, did you?
No, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Are there photographs? Do you
that was a word on the street because he idolizes you so, wanted the character, and you originally didn't even want to do this in the very beginning, the first one. Why?
No, I was reluctant because we had not long finished Next Generation Star Trek, and I felt that getting closely attached to what had already all the makings of a franchise might not be helpful in the wider sense of a career move. But Bryan Singer persuaded me that this time it would all be entirely different, and he was right.
It's worked out really well.
It worked out.
It worked out
quite
great
well,
for
yes.
you. Yes, it has. And James, you know, everybody else, a lot of the characters, they go through all these transformations. You, as the younger one, what is the most transformation that you have to go through? How do you get into character?
How do I get into character? I watch everything that Patrick has ever done, starting with the earliest things that I can find on YouTube, and try and emulate him every morning. It's a big character change in this movie for Professor X. You get to see him do different things.
So basically, it's just squinting, though. You were saying.
Oh, this?
Yes. How you just.
Yeah. Other people have methods, things that they do, and I just do that, and that's it. Really. But I think by the end of this movie, you start to see him stop doing that, and I'm going to start doing it a little bit more like Patrick, so it's just more.
That's for the next movie.
That's for the next one.
Yeah. That's for the next one. You're already thinking of that. What was it like to see your character being played by him?
It was, first of all, flattering when I heard that this was going to be my younger self, because I never looked this good. And
Come on.
never. And so I thought, well, maybe people will remember me that I look like James McAvoy, perhaps. It was astonishing. And in this movie, there were moments the first time I saw it when I saw clearly Professor Xavier in James, but then there were even creepier moments when I actually saw Patrick Stewart, especially in profile, James in profile.
Well, you both bring so much to the role, and again, the ensemble cast is second to none. And I think the last time that you were here, after you finished the interview, you were doing a little. What caused this? What did Hugh have you do? What did Hugh make you do?
Jackman started this.
Yeah, he said, do it, just do it. It'll become clear later.
Okay.
It still hasn't become clear.
Okay, so we have the cameras rolling just in case you're going to do something after this interview, but we don't want to put any
bust out some push-ups or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, all the best to you both.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob.
for having us.
For always sharing. I told you this, sharing your talents with us. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it. X-Men Days of Future Past opens nationwide this Friday.